Hello, my darlings. It's another Monday, and I really do hope you're all trying to hang on in there. I know it feels like it's never going to end and things keep changing, but I don't know. I just keep thinking I've got to light up my own little corner of the world and try not to absorb too many negatives and just try and keep on top of the constant barrage of negatives, bad news, fear. There's so much fear. And when you're full of fear, anxiety levels spike, mental health spikes, you can get depressed, you get insomnia. And so today, what I wanted to share with you was a little bit of Shiatsu to give us all that lovely boost for the week. And it's a little bit like the videos I've been sharing recently about getting your daily dose, you know, riding the wave of mental health, where I've shared a few things. These are little tools, little tips that you can keep, whether you're whether you're isolating in a bubble, whether you're able to go to work, if you're one of those lucky ones, if you are isolating on your own, if you're in hospital having an operation. So my dear friend Andy is having a knee replacement operation today, a hip replacement, so no, knee replacement, I was right. So Andy, I am thinking of you, and you can do this technique when you come round out of the recovery room. You see, I like to think of everybody. You could do it if you're in a wheelchair. You don't need any money to do it. You don't need to go anywhere special to do it. You don't need to wear a blimmin' face mask to do it. Hooray! You can breathe. I can breathe. So it's really, these are just very simple, easy tools for you. And you're very welcome, if you're therapists out there, to weave them into your own techniques. This is what this is all about. It's not just helping each other as a global community, but it's about, as therapists, freely sharing tips. I was a little bit disappointed last week to find out that one therapist had actually taken my hand massage stuff and made a paid workshop from it. But I did giggle. But I mean, at least it's getting out there. Doesn't matter, you know. And then there was somebody else who'd woven other stuff I'd done into a course. But that's life, and I'm never going to stop sharing. And I just think that's what it's all about. And I just want everybody to do well and thrive. And if that's the way they're going to do it, then that's absolutely fine by me. You know, I just want you all to have this, whether you're therapists, whether you're children, parents, professionals. I don't mind. It's for all of you. Anyway, I'm going to get on with it. The reason I've chosen Shiatsu, it's very similar in a way to acupressure, massage. All these things blend in. We're coming from the same place with all of these therapies I've trained in. It's coming from the same place, same as yoga. So with Shiatsu, because I don't want to go on and on and on, because you know what I'm like. It's very good at really boosting those energy levels, getting that energy on a really beautiful, even flow. It helps to combat depression. It helps to reduce insomnia, lowers heart rate and blood pressure, so keeps our breathing nice and even. And when we're breathing well, we're not so likely to get into that fight or flight, that panic attack situation, that anxiety. It massively reduces anxiety. I mean, still, most of the emails I'm getting and messages, so many of them are about anxiety still, you know. And for people who don't like to be touched, you know, by somebody else, these self-shiatsu methods I'm going to show you, you know, you are in charge of it. You can self-administer it. And what I really particularly love about that is that whenever I share with anybody how to do things for themselves, it helps them to become self-aware. They become aware of those feelings when they begin to build up. They then have the tools to manage them, so that leads to self-regulation, and that then leads to self-management. How empowering is that? Instantly floods you with the happy hormones and coping chemicals, you know. It's getting you in charge of your own progress and your own health, which is so important. Any good therapist worth their salt shouldn't make anybody dependent on them, in my opinion. It's probably why I'm not a millionaire. But anyway, I'd much rather that way. I'm a millionaire in here. In there, my heart. It's really naff, isn't it? But I am. I'm so rich in my heart. I love what I do. Anyway, I'm going to get emotional, so I'm going to stop. So it brings this beautiful calm, this relaxation, this peace. So I'm going to crack on and just show you these few methods. So the first one is when we're in these fearful times, when life is very fear-based, it's really, really hard to keep your motivation. And if, like me, you're self-employed, or like my youngest son, you're homeschooling on your own, no friends, no social interaction, to keep that motivation, concentration and focus going can be really, really hard. You know, to organise yourself, to keep yourself going can be really, really difficult and overwhelming. So here's a really good tip, and I'm going to look absolutely hideous when I do this, no doubt, but you know me, I've got absolutely no shame. So if you put the pads of your forefingers underneath your eyes, you can close your eyes, it's probably better if you do, and just push upwards, hold for 3 seconds and release. And then do it again, do that 3 times, push upwards. I bet I've got about 1 million wrinkles. If I open my eyes, it would probably look like marbles peering out of elephant kneecaps. There we are. And then you can pull downwards, like those little silly faces you pulled when you were 6, and which I still do in shops at my children. Can't do it now because all the shops are shut, so I'm missing it. So I'm making up for it here. So you're just pulling down with your fingers. And believe it or not, that massively, massively boosts concentration. It really, really does. Spritzes up the eyes. You're also working on the meridians down to the tummy. So you're helping to get rid of fear. Our second brains in our guts, as I've said a billion times, and you probably feel like killing me, holds on to particularly fear, anxiety. It's the seat of meltdown. So when we feel it's all becoming a bit too much, just do those exercises up and down underneath your eyes, and it will bring back that concentration and that focus. So now I'm going to give you another little tip about clear thinking, and this is really wonderful, and it's so simple, and you've probably seen people do it 1 million times, or if not a million, a few hundred. And it's just literally getting your pads of your fingers and your thumb like that, like a little baby beak, and you're just pressing, holding and releasing. Pressing, holding and releasing. And you might have seen people do this where they just bend down and you can see them press that concentration point. Absolutely beautiful. And it's so simple. And even if you don't have much mobility, you will easily be able to do this. The next one I want to show you is one when you're kind of procrastinating, because when we have a very fear-based life, which if you're absorbing absolutely everything in the media, you will be very fear-based at the moment. And also if you're worried about losing your home, losing your job, managing on the budget that you have to be on at the moment, you know, it's really frightening times. And you know, and I'm in that bubble too. You know, I'm in that category. I'm self-employed. So, you know, I feel like sometimes I'm hanging off a cliff by a piece of cotton, but it's okay, because sometimes the view's pretty good and, you know, it gets the old adrenaline going, doesn't it? But it can actually affect how you are with making decisions, because when we're very fear-based, it's very difficult to kind of just take out the strands, take the baby steps, look at things piece by piece. We kind of get very overwhelmed and we're looking at this big gigantic picture. So the way to make really good decisions is to put all 4 fingers on the pads of your temples, thumbs down by your jawline, and all you're doing is just pressing your temples. Hold for 3, release. Press your temples, hold for 3, release. Press your temples, hold for 3, release. And as you know from my videos previously, the temples are the capital city of the happy hormones and coping chemicals, so you'll get a massive boost of all of those as well. And the last one I want to share with you is vitality, because when we're very worried about health, and what we're going to do next, and we're getting hammered by this barrage. I mean, I'm actually avoiding even social media at the moment, to be honest, apart from when I'm doing stuff like this. It's all just very, very negative, you know. So I want to feel vital. And when I looked in the mirror today and I was having a really bad hair day and then did these plaits in my hair, I thought, Juliana, you look like a slightly weary Viking. So I thought vitality is the thing. Vitality is the thing that we need. And this is so easy. And you get your hand and you just press your thumb into it and squeeze your fingers around it like this. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. And then if you do one hand, it's always good to do the other hand. Because as you know from my video last week and other videos I've made on here, the hands have, lots of the muscles in the hands relate to the brain. So when you work on one side of the brain, you want to work on the other, because the different sides of the brain have different functions. But I could go on forever and ever. You know I can, I'm terrible, aren't I? Very easy techniques. Not only that, touch boosts immunity, and we need touch more than ever. We're being made to feel absolutely phobic about it, but within your bubbles and self-administering, you are absolutely fine. And if there are any therapists out there who would like to use some of these techniques in your Zoom sessions with your clients, please feel free, because we should celebrate each other, shouldn't we? You know, as I keep on saying, celebrate each other, share knowledge, share these uplifting, positive, neuroscientifically proven tools and techniques to help each other and other people. So I really wish you the most beautiful week, all of you. Try to hold on to the positives. If you've got snow, get out and do a snow angel if you can. Hurl a snowball at someone, you know. Eat the snow. I did that the other day up on Exmoor. I mean, I know that sounds a bit mad, but I did. It's just lovely. Catch the snowflakes on your tongue. Go out for a walk. That fills you with serotonin. Watch the news once a day, maybe twice. But really, think about what you're letting into your energy. And I know what's happening out there is very, very real, but we can conquer that fear. We can boost our immunity through touch. We can stay motivated. We can stay full of vitality just by using these simple techniques. So I will leave it there. I'm going to have a better hair day next week, and I will share some more beautiful tips with you all. And you know what, from me to you, with all my heart and all my soul, we are going to get through this, and keep watching. And I've got some other good news for you as well. Oh, I nearly forgot this bit. I've got a special birthday coming up on the first day of spring, March the 21st. I love having my birthday then. I used to drive everyone at school mad with that. First day of spring, 21st of March, is going to be the launch of my Rainbow Kids Touch Therapy magazine. It's going to be free and online, and I'm going to be putting it all over my website, which is www.therapiesforspecialneeds.co.uk, and on my online Rainbow Therapies for Kids and Families, my free public Facebook group, and LinkedIn, Twitter, and all my other social media. So I will be very, very excitable when that comes out, and I won't be looking like a tired Viking at all. Anyway, goodbye, my darlings. Have a gorgeous day. Life is what you make it. So take these life cards and let's grow our vitality and our decision making and move forwards. We define our new normal. I'm going to get off my soapbox now and leave you all in peace. Have a gorgeous week, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.